Let us take an example how easily you can draw nose. So let's understand that if some person is sleeping and we are drawing a shape which is from the side, then it may look like this and you can then give it a shape. Let's understand from a isometric point of view that how a nose would look like. Now we are taking a shape just to give you understanding that what are the different parts of the nose and how can we give it a shape. So if you make a shape like this, which gives you a platform on the top and the side values, which is the inclination, and then you have this eyebrows area between the two eyes. And from this structure, let us again make it one more just to give it more realistic shape. So as we say that we would be drawing this rectangle, it's a quadrilateral, and from here we will again draw a rectangle which is inclined, and then we are keeping the perspective in mind. We are drawing this. Now once this is done, then you slowly start drawing the upper part. This is where the circle will come. Please draw it along with me. That's why I have made it so slow, so that you can learn along with this and you can also implement the changes which you needed to do for the next your drawing. So now this is where the nostril hole will come from the either side. This side it will be less visible because there is obstruction of the nose, and then from here we will just darken it just for better understanding of it. And once we have done that, then we will give this little shape of the nose from where it is going. This is the terrain. This is just to give you an understanding how the terrain is moving, so that you can understand how the nose enter shape would look like. Let's again do the same structure. Okay, so we have given it a from a geometrical shape to a kind of a muscle shape. This is cartilage. And from here, now we are directly making it, keeping that shape in mind, that how our above shape looks like. Now, everything, the nostril hole from where we would be breathing, the tip of the nose will curve and it will have a little curvaceous roundish shape. Once you draw this, you give this again, make it a little darker one, so that you can identify when you would be drawing and giving it a little shade. And then give this nose a round shape which drops on the bottom when it's, when you are standing or when a person is standing. This is just to give you an understanding that how the nose would look like if you shade it and give it a try. Now that this nose has a little round in the top of the tip of the nose, then you give this part a little darkness, so that you can see and differentiate between the main depth and the values. Once this is done, you start giving that upper edge of a circle. We will be discussing that part also. Right now, for more understanding, let us break it down and start giving all the shades which we have already drawn it in the last example. So what I am doing is that I am giving it a little volume by adding lot of values to it. The more values we add, the more volume and more beautiful realistic shape we can start giving it and making it a beautiful one. So once this is ready, you can do more shading, giving it more path and surface, so that people can relate to it. Your eyes can follow the lines and it gives you more structures. So that this is ready, let's get into more understanding. If we make a circle, and in the circle let's make a straight line. Now in this straight line, if you make an oval, and then in the both the side will make a smaller circle than this. This is what the structure would look like from the front. Say this is my line, and from here I will give this tip of the nose how it will follow, and then this is how you can make a nose. Just very easy. This is the basic structure to train your eyes, because later on once you do it, your muscle memory will work. You don't have to draw this circle and all those things. Now I am trying to measure or draw it from the side in the similar kind of nose. So what I'm doing is that I have taken the same size of the circle, and then the oval, and then the nose would look like this from the side. Now I think this will be very easy for you to draw. So from here, let us move to the other part, what we have drawn it here. Now, if we try to draw it a little standard, but the isometric view is very different now. So what we will do is that we will have a structure like this, and we will draw this. From here, we will start drawing the nose, but because now we know that from the side how the circle would look like, from the front how the circle would look like. Now we are trying to give it all, both the learnings, both the technique here, and try to make a nose. Again, these are basic structures. Whenever you are making the nose, ensure that these structures are all been taken care of. Now different nose have different shapes and size from the side angle. Now if you see a person has a nose like this, or maybe a person's nose like this, okay, if somebody is a Chinese or someone from a travel, the nose would be like this, or less volume, less cartridge, or somebody is a Negro or something like that, then nose like this. So you can try and see different photos, different person and their characteristics, and you start learning from there. Let me know if you need to learn anything else.